It's ridiculous.
Thank you. God is good.
I guess so. To you especially.
Whatever you need, man, we got you. Whatever you need, versus whatever.
I mean, it comes from the same kind of spirit of getting that tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, this is very important. I just wrote them a letter.
And so I was living in Brooklyn, in Bed-Stuy, a big shout rap between McDonough and Howard.
Oh, see, that's nothing. That's a good lie to say in Vegas. Let's go get married right now. That ain't nothing. In Vegas?
Todd, with the chocolate brown suedes busting heads.
Allegations of coercion and misconduct. Man, things got wild when rumors swirled about Farnsworth Bentley, Diddy's right-hand man, being involved in some seriously shady setups. Allegations started flying, claiming that Bentley might have been the guy behind the scenes, setting up these situations where Diddy allegedly drugged people. Can you imagine? The buzz wasn't just about Bentley being Diddy's assistant anymore, it went way deeper. People were speculating that Bentley wasn't just doing regular assistant stuff, more like setting the stage for some really sketchy scenes. There were talks about him arranging meetings that weren't your usual business hangouts, but potentially harmful or even coercive scenarios. It's the kind of stuff that makes you raise an eyebrow and go, what on earth was going on here? The whole thing left a lot of folks scratching their heads, trying to wrap their minds around what might have been happening behind closed doors. Now, imagine the shockwaves that hit when these allegations surfaced. Bentley, the guy who was by Diddy's side, suddenly had this cloud of suspicion hanging over him.
But I try to make sure, like, if I'm going to this spot, make sure y'all going to the other spot.
They really defined what a Southern voice meant.
It's ridiculous.
Thank you. God is good.
I guess so. To you especially.
Making sure that, they know how to really move around and stay on point.
Absolutely.
That I want them to take me off of the list because I think that people think that you have that money.
I was going to handle it the best of care, and I was going to get the job done.
You know what I'm saying? I was delivering papers for paper boys, and I was splitting the money with them.
So, Diddy,
I can't tell y'all which girlfriend, but it definitely happened.
How many girlfriends you got, Diddy?
Man,
we only know one.
It wasn't just about him being part of Diddy's entourage. It was about potential involvement in situations that were way beyond the scope of a regular assistant gig. The speculation was buzzing, some folks thinking there might have been more to Bentley's role than meets the eye. The talk wasn't just about Bentley arranging meetings, it was about the nature of those meetings. The whole thing painted a picture of a potential dark side to the glitz and glamour of that celebrity world. Wild, right? The kind of drama you'd expect in a movie plot, not real life. But hey, the celebrity scene has its fair share of twists and turns, and this was definitely one of the hair-raising moments. Complex relationship dynamics. Man, the buzz around Farnsworth Bentley and Diddy's bond was a whole roller coaster ride. What started as Bentley being the guy holding the umbrella for Diddy turned into some serious eyebrow-raising speculation. The gossip mill wasn't just whispering about Bentley being Diddy's assistant anymore. Nope, it took a sharp left turn into this wild territory, suggesting there was more than meets the eye. Some folks were tossing around the idea that Bentley wasn't just handling schedules and paperwork. He might have had a deeper, more personal connection with Diddy. And by personal, we're talking about beyond the typical boss-assistant deal. There were these murmurings about Bentley not fitting the standard assistant mold. The grapevine had it that their relationship might have been, well, unconventional. Some went as far as using words like concubine, hinting at a relationship that was way closer than your typical work buddies. Can you imagine the shockwaves that sent through the gossip columns? It wasn't just about Bentley setting up meetings or handling Diddy's day-to-day stuff.
He just falls out laughing. He's like, hold on, man, wait. And so,
Actually, in your bank account, I do not have that money in my bank account, okay? When they talking about your worth, they talking about if you have a sale.
whatever you need, man, we got you. Whatever you need, versus whatever.
You were honored in New York.
Yes.
With the key to the city
Yes.
of New York.
I mean, it comes from the same kind of spirit of getting that tape.
Best personal trait?
My compassion.
Right.
Yeah, but I was just telling a story about just a wild night that happened.
He's like, that's colors, man. He was like, turn it up, turn it up.
The rumors seemed to suggest Bentley might have had a backstage pass to Diddy's personal life, a level of involvement that wasn't exactly on the job description for an assistant. But hey, it's the celebrity world, right? Where rumors and speculations grow like weeds. And this was one of those stories that had everyone wondering what was really going on behind those closed doors. It's the kind of drama that had people talking for ages, trying to decipher the real deal from the smoke and mirrors of the celebrity scene. From assistant to music industry. Farnsworth Bentley's journey from being Diddy's right-hand man to making moves in the music scene was like a plot straight out of a Hollywood flick. Bentley stepping into Diddy's world right smack in the middle of a PR storm. Diddy was facing some serious heat, and that's when Bentley walked in. But here's the thing. Despite the backstage whispers of mistreatment by Diddy, Bentley managed to carve his own path. He didn't just fade into the background as the guy holding the umbrella. Nope, he stepped into the spotlight. How? Well, he snagged a spot on MTV's Making the Band. Suddenly, he wasn't just Diddy's assistant, he was a face the public knew. And that was just the beginning. Despite the drama and rumors swirling around, Bentley didn't let that stop him. He spread his wings and soared higher. Collaborations with none other than Kanye West. Yeah, you heard that right. Kanye himself gave Bentley a chance to shine. Suddenly, Bentley wasn't just the guy behind the scenes, he was making moves in the music industry, working on projects, and getting involved in the music scene beyond his ties with Diddy. It was like he said, nope, I'm not just going to be known as Diddy's assistant, I've got my own story to tell.
That is a wild
Years.
night. You're lucky you weren't in Vegas. You might have got married.
You are just as Diddy as ever, and you look exactly the same always. You do not age 1 minute.
We got you. Don't even worry about it. No charge, no charge. And I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, this is very important. I just wrote them a letter.
it is the hardest, most significant fashion line in hip-hop history on this record.
And so I was living in Brooklyn, in Bed-Stuy. A big shout rap between McDonough and Howard.
Man, I'm talking about
In the past.
in the past. This didn't happen
got
right
you,
now.
got you.
That
Okay,
was
okay.
yeah. You just assumed it was.
Sure, there were talks about how Diddy treated him, but Bentley didn't let that define his journey. He made his mark, proving there's more to him than just being an assistant. From the PR chaos of Diddy's world to strutting his stuff alongside Kanye, Bentley showed the world he's a force to be reckoned with in the music game. Now that's what you call rising above the drama and making your own waves in an industry that doesn't always play by the rules. Speculations and controversies surrounding Diddy. Oh man, the whole Diddy scene was like a soap opera with plot twists that just didn't quit. First off, there was this bombshell from Cassie's lawsuit. She dropped these allegations about assistants setting up meetings for Diddy. But these weren't your run-of-the-mill business powwows. Nope, they were raising eyebrows, hinting at something way wilder. The buzz? It suggested these meetings might have been the prelude to some off-the-hook parties, and not just your average chill gatherings, more like parties that would make your jaw drop. Can you imagine? Suddenly, Diddy's crew wasn't just about handling schedules, they were supposedly setting the stage for some seriously wild shindigs. But that wasn't all. There were whispers about altercations flying around, suggesting things weren't all sunshine and rainbows in Diddy's world. And guess who was at the center of these murmurings? None other than Farnsworth Bentley. It was like he was right in the thick of it all, adding another layer to the already complex drama swirling around Diddy. The speculation? Well, it implied there might have been more to Bentley's role than just being an assistant. People were piecing together these stories, hinting that there were deeper complexities within Diddy's circle, and with Bentley's name popping up in these tales, it just added fuel to the fire. It was the kind of drama that had everyone on edge, trying to decipher what was real and what was just smoke and mirrors.
You had me help build your pool, dig out a ditch one time.
and so as soon as he stepped into the studio, he was like, ooh, what's that?
Oh, see, that's nothing. That's a good lie to say in Vegas. Let's go get married right now. That ain't nothing. In Vegas?
That is where the relationship began.
Todd, with the chocolate brown suede's busting heads.
You hear that noise in my closet. That's the gator trying to talk to the chinchilla, trying to touch the ostrich.
Man, I'm talking about
In the past.
in the past. This didn't happen
got
right
you,
now.
got you.
That
Okay,
was
okay.
yeah. You just assumed it was Cassie. I understand.
What's one misconception about you?
There are no misconceptions about me.
The whole thing painted this picture of a scene that was way more than the glitz and glamour. It had its fair share of controversy and untold stories lurking in the shadows. Post-Diddy life and Atlanta connection. After all the whirlwind drama in Diddy's world, Farnsworth Bentley decided it was time to step out of that scene. He made a bold move, steering away from the glitz and glam and diving headfirst into his music career. But you know what was the kicker? Bentley didn't just fade away, he made a statement. He packed his bags, left that world behind, and headed straight for Atlanta. Now, why Atlanta, you ask? That's where the speculation machine cranked up. People were buzzing, trying to figure out why Bentley picked that city and what his game plan was.
Yeah, they have a problem. They wouldn't be able to come back home.
Oh, well, then I'll leave this part of the story out.
My belief in God.
What's your biggest weakness?
From cleaning, bathrooms in New York during the heat wave.
Yeah, they didn't, they were like, all right.
Oh, for the kids, the family, the weather.
I mean, I got proposed to.
Oh, they proposed to you?
You did?
Yeah, and I said yes.
I was a paper boy when I was 12. I wasn't even allowed to be a paper boy. I was running a paper boy scam.
There were these whispers about Bentley's motives. Like, did Atlanta hold some kind of secret? Was there a specific reason he chose that spot to plant his feet and start fresh? And you can bet folks were connecting the dots, wondering if his past association with Diddy had anything to do with it. Atlanta's music scene was no joke, and some speculated that Bentley wanted in on that action. Others mused if he sought solace or a new start away from the glitz and drama of Diddy's circle. People were reading between the lines, trying to decipher what Bentley's move really meant. But one thing's for sure, Bentley wasn't just chilling in Atlanta, he was building a life there. Settling down, raising a family, talk about a whole new chapter. It was like he closed the book on Diddy drama and started fresh in a city that's got its own vibe and rhythm. The whole Atlanta connection had everyone talking. They were piecing together Bentley's past with Diddy and trying to make sense of why Atlanta became his new stomping ground. It was a move that raised eyebrows and left folks speculating about the untold stories and influences in Bentley's journey post-Diddy. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.